Hey Tom, I wanted to jump in here and do a quick answer on this on video as well. I know you asked Chris, but I kind of felt like jumping in here. I'm a user at GMC and I've been there for like 14 years now, and I kind of wanted to talk about this a bit because it seemed like something I could quickly talk about. And we're so used to using our pick, and obviously Steve Vai does that a lot too. But in reality, we don't need the pick for certain things, and I'm sure you already know this if you've done like a hammer on, so on. You don't have to pluck the strings. Obviously, in a hammer on, you might pluck the first note, and you would hammer on the second note. And you could also do a pull off, of course. Slide. But how about not plucking a string at all? Like, have you tried? I bet you've tried it maybe, but it does take some good technique. It does take some muting. So for instance, if you go about it on the G string, let's try and mute the lower strings with our picking hand at first, just to those three strings, just to make sure they don't make much of a noise. And now let's try and hammer on from nowhere. I'm not picking anything. You will notice my pick is not moving. No, I'm not good at this. I'm actually not using a pick at all. I could kind of put my hand over here somewhere. I'm gonna rest it here. It's more comfortable. I kind of do have to mute a bit. I actually don't know if Steve use any. No, he doesn't seem to use any muting band around the neck, something like that. But I mean, you could essentially what you could practice too, and what you see some people do, is place their picking hand up here, and that mutes the strings a bit, so you don't get all the extra noise, and you can. And essentially, if you get good enough technique, if you practice it enough, you don't have to use a pick at all, and you could train your fingers to. Now, obviously, my muting is not good here. I'm not used to this technique, but it's not. There's no bigger secret to it than it being, hammer-ons from what we call hammer-ons from nowhere. So yeah, that's probably the answer there. Obviously, it's easier to use a pick. But yeah, I hope that gives some insight to that. I don't know if he's actually, if he's muting a bit with his first finger. That might help a bit. The hammer on from nowhere, but I'm already muting the strings with my index finger.